At the end of his last expedition to discover the New World, Christopher Columbus reached this coast of Central America. He told of discovering a new El Dorado, and that is how the territory got its name of Costa Rica, the Rich Coast. The predictions of Christopher Columbus didn't come true. Gold was not abundant, but the wealth of Costa Rica is very real. It's not under the ground, but in its remarkable natural diversity. Jean-Jacques Gauzard has a consuming passion for observing nature. He has abandoned his pharmacy to travel across the world looking for the rarest animal and plant species. Jean-Jacques has started an agency that organizes birdwatching trips.
Isn't that a trogon?
Yes, that's it.
Which one?
It's the slaty-tailed trogon. Red beak and uniformly grey tail. I can hear a black-cheeked woodpecker, I think. I'll try to call to it. It just flew. Can you see the cecropia? Just above it, against the background of the other tree. I'll point to it. Can you see the green dot? Just above it. Got it? I chose Costa Rica. I've been here for about 15 years now, because I've loved nature and been passionate about birds since I was very young. So this was always the ideal country for me to live in. The country is successfully carrying out its green revolution. Of course, the biodiversity of this country is exceptional. In the case of birds, almost 10% of the planet's avifauna is found in Costa Rica.
Jean-Jacques and his client choose to use the network of zip wires in the canopy to take them from tree to tree and down to the ground. Built on the banks of the Rio Pacuare, and backing onto a private reserve, the lodge is an oasis in the jungle.
This has changed a lot, hasn't it?
Yes. We have this new building with a restaurant and a kitchen. We have a wine cellar and an open area where the guests can relax.
And still the same philosophy.
Exactly. We work to a philosophy of sustainability. We're called an eco-lodge. For example, we don't have electricity in our main buildings or in our rooms. In all the bungalows, we've installed solar panels in order to provide hot water for the clients. The idea is to keep it cozy, to make it an exclusive place for our guests, not to have too many people.
Oh, muy bien.
Rio Pequare is one of the top 5 rafting rivers in the world. Enthusiasts of whitewater sports and adventurers in nature can access the lodge directly from the river. The Pequare River joins the Caribbean Sea to the east of the country. This coast stretches over 190 kilometers between Nicaragua and Panama, a half-moon-shaped fringe of fine sand around the ocean. A real picture postcard. Tourism on the Caribbean coast is friendly and family-orientated. Relaxed, local or foreign holidaymakers come to enjoy the quality of the bathing waters and famous surfing spots.
Just right now, everything you want to be in the picture right now. Yes. Be right now. Just right now, everything you want to be in the picture right now.
Low-budget holidaymakers, backpackers, enjoy the peaceful atmosphere. Here, people want small hotels, small restaurants or bars where you can chat to the owner. It's a long way from mass tourism. Different communities mix together and people speak Spanish, English or Creole and even ancient Amerindian languages. If you're looking for adventure, there's nothing like a short trip to the heart of the Talamanca Cordillera, where the Bribri Indians live. The small community of Bribri Indians in your kin used to make their living from the cultivation of bananas and cocoa. The families took their destiny into their own hands under the leadership of Guillermo and his wife. They've built a lodge for tourists to stay in.
It all started to take shape in 1997, when we bought this plot of land. We thought about what we could do and what we needed in order to make good use of this former banana and cocoa plantation. We applied for loans and, thank God, we succeeded. People are gradually coming, and we are thinking of expanding.
I'll taste it. It's sweet.
If you crunch the seed, it will taste bitter, but if you just suck it, it's sweet.
Chocolate prepared from the cocoa pods from the plantation is the traditional drink of the Bribri.
We remove all the shells from the cocoa with this stone.
Cocoa has been cultivated for more than 3,000 years in Central America. The beans have been used as currency for trading.
And now the chocolate is ready to serve.
Bueno, de acuerdo a mi país, Bélgica. Es un país de chocolate, ¿sabes?
Journey to the southwestern corner of the country. Golfo Dolce is a calm inlet of the Pacific Ocean. Many sea mammals come here to breed. Because there are no tides, the humid tropical forest reaches right down to the calm waters of the Gulf. As it's very wild, it's an ideal location for nature conservation programs. Only accessible by boat, the Casa de Orquídeas, the orchid house. This is a collection of plants selected from the 12,000 plant species identified in Costa Rica.
This tree is called the anchota. This red part is the fruit. We can open it. Look here.
Okay. Ja gut, ja.
The Indians used it to make body paint. Today it's used as food colouring. For example, in rice or meat.
Okay.
Ready?
Next to the botanical garden, Zoo Ave. This foundation for the restoration of nature is piloting a reintroduction project for the scarlet macaw. The scarlet macaw has suffered because of intense poaching for the pet industry and the trade in feathers. Raoul Fournier-Zepeda is in charge of the reintroduction centre.
The aim of this project is to breed animals that are endangered in order to repopulate the areas where they originate from. That's what we're doing with the scarlet macaw. The macaws we use for breeding come from seizures by the MINAIR, the Ministry of Environment, and also from individual donations from people who realize that it's not right to keep these animals as pets. They give them to us, and we use them for breeding. We reduce the amount of food we give them so that the macaws learn to live independently. We've observed that some birds now live 30 kilometers away, and they don't come back here anymore.
On the way to the Pacific coast, the light aircraft flies over a mangrove area. It's a forest that gets flooded by the tides, a breeding ground for fish. It's also the kingdom of reptiles, crocodiles, and caimans. The Corcovado Park protects this biotype, which plays an important role in the ecological balance and thus preserves the last great tropical forest in Central America. Jean-Jacques Gozard, our ornithologist, is always keen to add to his observations, and he lands on the airstrip at the Serena Ranger Station on the coast at the edge of the park. The park borders a deserted beach 46 kilometers long where turtles come to lay their eggs. The Lunar Lodge overlooks the Pacific coast. It's a starting point for treks into the Corcovado Park.
Hi there. Well, how are you? Well, anything special?
Yes. I saw a turquoise cotinga. Beautiful.
So, your lodge is open. Have you got lots of clients, lots of bookings?
Yes. Everything's looking good.
Lana Wedmore has worked in many professions: skiing instructor in Colorado, sailing teacher in Australia, tour guide and travel agent. She finally settled in Costa Rica.
I worked for a travel agency a long time ago, and I sold Corcovado trips. I told my boss that I should go and visit this park that I was selling. I couldn't sell a destination if I didn't know what it was like. I had travelled all over the world. I'd seen lots of places, but I fell in love with it. So I said to my boss that I wanted to come and work here. It's always been my goal and my dream to have my own hotel where you live with nature. We're 300 meters above sea level. We're on a plateau next to the Corcovado, in a reserve surrounded by mountains. It's incredible. You live in harmony with nature, and that's what people find here.
The pride of Costa Rica, the Corcovado Park, has applied for World Heritage Site status. Costa Rica started its green revolution 40 years ago, and today is considered as one of the undisputed models for environmental protection.
This is a red-eyed tree frog, Acalicnus calidrius. It's a nocturnal frog, so I've just woken it up. It's nocturnal, tree-dwelling, of course. It doesn't live very high up, but often in heliconias. It's an emblem of the country, of Costa Rica. You find it on all the T-shirts, the postcards. But it's also an emblem, along with its fellow amphibians, as an indicator of the health of the ecosystems, particularly the water. We have pure nature in Costa Rica. I'd better put it back where it belongs before it gets dehydrated.